Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome. Sit down and grab your coffee, grab your soda, whatever you're having. Ah, guess what? The hat is back. Because there's Jennifer. Way too much Jennifer again. Okay, so you remember last week, Alana pretended to snort cocaine in a video and put it out online. And Pumpkin got very upset, rightfully so. Um, I don't know what she was thinking. The girl is hurting. Her mama is not there. And her mom let her down by not going to rehab like she said. And I guess she's just acting out. But still, this is a very serious thing that she did. Could cause them a lot of problem. So this week we find Pumpkin has taken Alana's phone and also will not allow her on the internet, which is a good punishment for someone that age. I mean, that's like cutting off an arm, take their phone away. Gina calls and wants to talk to Alana and explains to her that a lot of her sponsors that, from the fashion show, I guess, and modeling and whatever, they're threatening to drop her over this. And I think then she kind of sees that maybe this was not the smartest thing to do. But Gina is trying to talk to these people and explain, hey, it was just a mistake, it won't happen again, so on and so forth. So, of course, Jennifer sees the video and shows it to Sugar Bear, and he is disappointed. He says he's heartbroken over it. He don't know what Alana's going through that would make her do such a thing, okay? Meanwhile, Pumpkin goes to Dodo's house to vent, and Dodo blames June for letting her down and, causing her to act this way, and also suggests that Pumpkin call Dr. Ish. If you remember him, he was the doctor that was trying to help June. The first time they tried to get her into rehab before everything blew up, he was trying to talk her into going then, and she actually did go for 2 or 3 hours, and then Gino signed her out, and the rest is history. So, Jennifer goes to see her badass friend, Ms. Janice, who you remember from a few seasons back. The badass, like 70 in a wheelchair. Yeah, I guess so. Okay. And she was June's sister-in-law. She was married to June's brother, who passed away from cancer about 10 years ago. And I don't know if they were together at the time or if they were divorced at the time. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Bottom line, she hates June. She likes Jennifer. And she don't have a problem with Sugar Bear, which is okay. Make your choice. But she is saying they should revoke the temporary custody and take Alana back. And Jennifer is agreeing with that. But she says she has to get Mike on board. He's not really willing to do this. So, that's kind of where that leaves off. So, Pumpkin does get a hold of Dr. Ish and gives him a brief rundown what's going on, and he agrees to come out. He says he'll book his plane ticket and so on. So, meanwhile, Josh has his own idea for punishment. And he takes Alana to basically outside of town to a farm and has her shovel cow poop and putting it in a pile, which is pretty gross and disgusting. I don't care how many pairs of rubber gloves you got, it's pretty gross. And it really made her, stop and think, which is what he wanted to do. He said, you have this cushy life, you're doing fashion shows and you're making a lot of money, but this is reality for a lot of people. They go to work like this and they sweat and they bust their butt and they shovel poop and they don't make the money that you do. So, which life would you rather have? That's a no-brainer, isn't it? So, they get done with that. Alana just wants to go get a shower, which obviously she does, and then they go to Dodo's. And So Dr. Ish is there already, and he talks to them about her behavior. And he also addresses caregiver burnout to Pumpkin, because she already has a child. She's pretty young. She has a husband and a child and a home, and now she's taken this on too. So it is a lot, and she is getting burnt out. She doesn't know how to be a parent to Alana. She's used to being a parent to Ella, who's 2. Okay. And a funny thing he said was, history repeats itself. And Dodo pointed out that she, as a 16-year-old, basically raised June, who was about 2 or 3, because their mother had men ran off with this one and ran off with that one, had them in the house, whatever. So Dodo stepped up to raise her so she would know what not to be. And that's just reminded me of that curse, I hope your children are just like you. Kind of funny how that worked, huh? So Josh and Alana go to Dodo's, and of course Dr. Ish has questions. He wants to hear it from Alana, though, what's going on. Asked her why she's shoveling cow poop, and she says, well, it's because I did something I wasn't supposed to. Oh, really? What's that? Well, I put a video online. I was pretending to snort cocaine. So she breaks down, and she says she misses June, which I guess we all knew that, because that's her mother. They've been together all her life, and she's 13 or 14, so that's pretty normal. And she also feels like a burden on Josh and Pumpkin, which I don't think they look at her as a burden. It's just a change in their lifestyle, but not a burden type thing. They probably wouldn't take in anybody at that age and try to raise them, but since it's her and they love her, they will take her in and raise her, or try to. So Josh says also that losing her would be like losing Ella. And again, the others point out, well, that could easily happen. If Child Protective came in and took Alana, they would take Ella. And that was almost too much for Alana, to think of her little niece being taken out of her home. So she's finally convinced then that her family loves her, and Dr. Ish says, and June loves her, but right now June doesn't love herself. She can't get away from the drugs. So it's not that she doesn't love her, she just can't be there right now. So Jennifer returns home, and Mike is there eating a piece of cake, which I have heard he's diabetic, so I don't know, is that a good thing? I don't know. Anyway, she starts in again about the custody. And he's even telling her to back off. He's happy with the visitation he has. He says it'll be a long, drawn-out battle in court, which is probably true. Alana would end up resenting them if they forced her to come, which is probably true. There's going to be a problem all the way around. And he also confides that he has another issue to deal with that he hasn't told Jennifer about yet. A spoiler on this is we see him walking into a surgical place. So he must have some kind of health issue going on that he wants to get taken care of, first maybe, or just see where he's at. Anyway, Jennifer says, well, if she causes you one more embarrassment, we are going to take her, and leaves it at that. Okay, Jennifer's gone. Thank God. Go to bed. Of course, she's been trying to call Pumpkin and raise hell with her, and Pumpkin's just not answering her phone. Good for her. So then we go back to Josh and Pumpkin's house, and Josh says one of his coworkers sent him this article where June is selling everything in their house. Her stuff, Pumpkin stuff, Josh's stuff, Ella's stuff, Alana's stuff, everything for sale online. And to top it off, says the money that she's getting for the baby stuff is going to Josh and Pumpkin, which they have not seen a dime of. And then also online there's a picture of June, which Josh shares with Alana and Pumpkin, and their jaws drop and they can't believe their eyes of what she looks like now. And that's kind of where it leaves off. And, you know, when June was taking care of herself, she was looking pretty good. I mean, she'd had all this work done, all these surgeries, you know, her teeth fixed, her hair was beautiful. And now she's probably not doing anything but doing drugs. And she probably really doesn't look like the mama that they know or that they remember. So that's kind of where that left off this time around. So I will ask, like I always do, if you enjoyed this at all, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and, you know, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.